Hello and welcome to the Granite Spotlight, a short, focused conversational series where I highlight entrepreneurs, coaches, and creators who are building meaningful work and choosing their lives intentionally. I'm Sean Bradbury, life coach, speaker, and founder of Grounded in Granite. Today, I am joined by Len DeCarmine. Len is a business coach, AI educator, and the founder of Pulse Digital Labs. After coaching thousands of business owners and investing heavily in both business growth and personal development, he now helps entrepreneurs use AI, automation, and practical marketing systems to grow their businesses with greater clarity, consistency, and results. His approach isn't about chasing the latest technology, it's about helping business owners simplify what they do, work more effectively, and create systems that support sustainable growth. I've known Len for a few years now through the Mastermind program. I'm also part of his Pulse Digital Labs community that I can't say much more about. It's phenomenal. So Len, welcome to the Granite Spotlight.
Sean, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the warm introduction. I'm happy to be here today. This is so exciting. Thank you for having me part of the show.
Not a problem, my friend. So Len, if you could share a brief version of your story and what led you to what you're building today.
Ooh, a brief version of my story. How far back are we going? Are we going like how I got into coaching? Or are we going into how I got into the tech stuff? Or where are we going with this?
Well, just so everyone knows who's watching this, Len wears many, many hats. I don't really know how he sleeps at night. I would give us a brief history of where you started from the coaching and where it led.
Got it. Yeah. So a brief history about the coaching. Um, Growing up, I've always wanted to be a superhero of some sort. And I realized when I would turn 16 years old, I didn't get my mutant powers. So I was very upset and frustrated about that. So over the years, looked at going into policing, and that didn't work out for me. And then I ended up just going into real estate. And that was a great adventure. I learned so much. But I realized I wanted more. I just had this deep ingrained feeling of wanting to help and serve people at a whole nother level. And all my life, I've been into personal development. I really started reading personal development books when I was 16 years old. My first book was Tony Robbins, the giant Awaken the Giant Within. That was my first book. I was introduced to Tony from my uncle who did a firewalk with Tony back in the day when that started. But the reason why I wanted to get into coaching and why I spent so much time on building myself and changing who I am inside out is because of my childhood. That's where a lot of our issues stem from, to one way or another, to get us to where we are today. And back then, I didn't have a very good relationship with my father. He was very hard on my brother and I, very demeaning, always insulted us. And my father has passed now, and I've come to terms with that. And before he passed, we forgave each other for the different things. So I'm at peace with it now. But because of the way I was treated and what I went through, I didn't want others to be treated that way either. So I wanted to find a way to transform people's lives. And when I realized real estate wasn't for me after doing it for 13 years, I'm like, I'm ready for the next part of my journey. And that was to help others. And that's why I got into coaching. I've been a life coach, a business coach, a men's coach. Now I'm focusing on assisting people with learning more about AI through coaching and training and tying that back into their daily lives, both on a personal level and a professional level. Hopefully that was short enough.
No, that was great. That was a great recap. And one of the things I love about having these spotlights is that even though I've known you for 2 years, I just learned that I didn't realize you wanted to be a police officer. I had
Yeah.
no idea. So no, that's a great quick summary of your history and where you brought it to now too. So I mean, you kind of already touched upon the second question: who do you serve? What problem do you help them solve? And as I said, I am part of your community through Pulse Labs. Can you just dive a little deeper into into what you help people with and what you actually give them?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, what I'm focusing on is helping coaches, consultants, and people in the service industry to be able to leverage AI, learn various types of automation, and be able to build a business that can run on their own, that they don't need to be there all the time for, that they can focus on other aspects of their business. So right now I'm helping people build funnels, websites, tying in their AI if they need like an AI agent or AI employee. And I'm also educating people on learning the basics of AI. AI is very overwhelming and you can't learn it all. It's very hard to do. So I help business owners narrow down what they should honestly be focusing on so they can get the best use of artificial intelligence to help them run their business a lot better. Because you don't need to know everything, you just need to know the right things for what you need right now.
Yeah, I totally understand that. And working with Len as well, there are so many options out there too. And for me, I get overwhelmed by all those
Mm.
options. So I personally, I might stick to one primary and have one secondary backup. And, but you have so much knowledge as to all of these different platforms and what they can bring about. And the process is always changing extreme, isn't it?
Oh, every day the process is changing. Once you learn something new, there's either another layer or what you learned is no longer relevant anymore. So you always have to be learning what is trending right now, what's going on. And that's why I said earlier that you just need to focus on what's most important to you right now. If it's creating social media, then focus on just creating social media using AI. Is it if it's automating your business, then just focus on that because you just truly can't focus on everything. And the way you're feeling about being overwhelmed, Sean, you're definitely not alone in any of that. I'm here right there with you as well. So, because it is a lot to learn. There's always something new changes, a new platform, and then I have another platform I'm learning at the same time. So I'm there, right there with you. So I just want you to know you are not alone in this.
I have something that just came to mind I want to
Mhm.
ask you. So,
Sure.
what would you
Absolutely.
say to the entrepreneur who is just still by themselves, who has to juggle so many balls, you know what I'm saying, has so many
Yeah.
things to do? And even when you say just stick to one thing at a time, how does that really work into an entrepreneur's mindset when he's really a one-man show?
Very good question. A challenging one at that. When I say stick with one thing, being an entrepreneur, I agree, that is very hard to do. But you don't need to learn it all. Stick with the things that you need right now for your business. So, for example, the social media. If you need social media, learn what you need to learn about social media. If you need to learn how to be more productive, then let's figure out a prompt or something that we can utilize in Claude or ChatGPT to help you stay better on track with what you need to get accomplished. So yes, you're going to be dabbling in all these different platforms, but I don't want you to feel overwhelmed that you need to learn everything at once. I hope that gives a little bit more clarity around that.
No, it does, and I appreciate
Yeah,
you answering that question. So this one I feel is a little loaded because you do so much, but
sure.
what are you currently focused on in Pulse Labs that we should know about? What do you have coming up?
Yeah, yeah. Right now, I have two things I'm working on. I have a community called the AI Prompt Creator Community, which is a free community where I share information about helping you build your business. I provide prompts, I provide hacks of the weeks, information that doesn't make you feel overwhelmed. And that's the key. A lot of groups and communities, they have thousands and thousands of people in there. They are constantly pushing new information out there to you, and you're just barely keeping up with what you just learned, and then another layer comes on. In the AI prompt creator community, I keep it very simple, very easy to use. You have 5 training courses inside there to give you the basic foundations of prompting, how to build your think partner, how to build a video clone, how to build your voice clone, and so forth. And that is just really what a basic, I don't say a basic, but those are the basics that any entrepreneur needs to have in their toolbox. So I have that community where I provide that information for free. And then I have Pulse Digital Labs, that is where I help business owners like yourself be able to build businesses inside this all-in-one marketing tool so that you have everything in one place, from your funnels to your websites to your automations to your emails to your social media planner and so much more. So the two of them go hand in hand. You learn the basics of AI, and then when you're ready, we amplify it through Pulse Digital Labs so you can really take what you're learning, apply it, and see it in real time.
Oh, that's great. And actually, I'd like to touch on one more point. Len also offers a weekly hour Q&A session. Just touch upon quickly, what do you do for that Q&A hour?
Sure, that's part of the free community. Every week, or I should say practically every week, depending on time conflict, we meet Wednesdays in the evening to talk about AI. Where you come into the group, which is an awesome group that you can come into, very laid back, no judgment, no shame in the group, where we talk about what's going on in your world in regards to your business and AI. Sometimes I'll do a little training, walk people through some of the changes, or educate you on something new or a question that was brought up by the community. We dive a little bit deeper into those questions. And it's a small group that attends, so people do feel that it's very personalized to their needs, and we just have a good time. Normally it's about 60 minutes. Sometimes we'll go 90. I've gone 2 hours just because the conversation was so good and so rich that we kept going. But yes, that's part of the free community that I offer, that you get weekly group coaching with me and bring your questions and we'll answer them.
That's amazing. And we'll definitely, when this airs, we'll drop the link into both of those so people can check it out. So, Len, I really appreciate your time today, my friend. Thank you so much.
Yes, Sean, thank you so much for allowing me to be here with you and being in your presence. This is awesome. I love what you're doing. I love how you're serving others, and I can't wait to be on another episode.
Thank you so much. So if this conversation resonated with you, please feel free to reach out to Len or myself. You can also leave a comment or a question below. And thank you for joining us today. A life you want to build is built on one choice at a time. Take care.